Hi everybody, it is I, Willie, and welcome back to episode is something of random things. Hooray! Yay! Um, yeah, so today you probably read the title. Now, why am I making a video about this topic? Well, because a few days ago, I just finished LIFC 2025. I almost said 2025. But I'm not going to talk about that because I'm going to save that for next time. I want to talk about LIFC 2023, my first ever LIFC and my first ever furry convention. Now, if you don't know what LIFC is, it stands for Little Island Furcon. It is a furry convention in Singapore and my first ever furry convention ever. And I want to tell y'all about, well, basically how it went. So it all started like I think shortly after I became a furry. I was looking at videos about people going to furry conventions, and so I was like, you know what? I should do that. I should go. And I looked in my area for furry conventions, but then I was like, oh shit, there is one here. But then I realized, oh no, I missed it. No. And also at the time it was during COVID, so there wasn't really any plans for any more LIFCs, and so I was like so devastated. But then afterwards, like next year, I think I was scrolling through Wikifur, which is like the furry version of Wikipedia, and I noticed, hang on, that flag looks familiar. Because there is on the front page, there is a list of all of the furry conventions coming up in the year, and I saw Little Island Furcon on there. Oh my god, it was coming soon. And so I like the speed of light, bought the tickets, and well, I was ready. The only issue was that I couldn't go alone. Like, okay, it's not that I couldn't go alone, but it would be kind of sad, right? I didn't really have any friends, no one to accompany me, I'll be a fresh face, right? So I decided, you know what, let's ask my normie friends to join me. And one of them did. So that's great, right? But then on the day itself, as it turns out, she didn't buy a ticket. Okay, because the ticket sales closed by the time she agreed. So on the convention day, I was like, okay, you know what? This is fine. We'll just go anyways, and maybe there'll be door sales. There were no door sales. But so yeah, so she had to go home, and I was left in the convention all alone. And so I was like, okay, I need to make friends right now. I need to make a friend right now. And then so like I noticed this. So like I noticed this girl, like she was my age, like around my age, and she was registering with her mom and a friend, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try and be social and strike a conversation with her. And plus, she has a fursuit. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I just basically made a friend. It was kind of easy, honestly. I'm not sure how. I guess we kind of clicked in a way. She was also a first-time furry convention goer, so we both had that going for us, right? And plus, she's just nice. She's a nice person. And so, like, I've spent most of my time, honestly, just following her around. Like, she was a lot more social than I was, a lot more outgoing. And so she basically walked around in her fursuit, interacting with other fursuiters, while I just kind of stood there. But honestly, I think it really helped me, honestly. It helped me, get acquainted to other furries as well. LIFC 2023 was actually my first time interacting with many furries who are now my friends. It was like my first time getting to meet them, and I'm very lucky for that. I'm very fortunate. Also, it was my first time ever wearing a fursuit. I wore her fursuit, she let me try hers on. And my first time wearing a raptor mask. She brought a raptor mask. She had her fursuit and a raptor mask for her friend. And like, it was honestly super cool. I fell in love with the idea of fursuiting. Like at that point, like I wanted to fursuit before, but that was the moment when I was like, yes, I want to fursuit. And so, on that note, I mentioned she has her own fursuit, but what I didn't know was that she actually made it herself. When I found out, I was like, holy shit! Can you make me a fursuit? And then she said yes. We can, and then we discussed the price, and I will give her the money tomorrow. Well, tomorrow came, and I gave her the money. And around December of that year, I got my fursuit. And you're looking at him right now. Huh? Yep. I mean, he has gone through like a couple changes here and there. This isn't what he originally looked like, but this fursuit that you're seeing is made by her. So yes, I'm super grateful and super fortunate to have met her. Like honestly, without her, she single-handedly saved my furry convention experience and honestly my entire experience within the fandom. If I didn't meet her, I would not be here today. I would be in a very different place. And I'm so grateful about her for her. Like honestly, I will forever value her as a friend. And I'm so grateful. Yeah, so honestly, that was really all I did for both day one and day two of the convention. I didn't really attend many panels. I did attend the furry Twitch streamer. I forgot his name. I'll put him on screen though. This was the and honestly, and like, well, I knew who he was actually, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. And I also played chess against somebody, blindfolded chess. My opponent was blindfolded. He completely destroyed me. I didn't stand a chance. And I also got to try Beat Saber for the first time. Somebody brought a VR headset, and I got to try Beat Saber, and it is very difficult. Honestly, like the YouTubers make it seem easy. Like Beat Saber was so hard. Oh my god. And also very scary. VR is actually very scary to me. Yeah, especially since I don't play often, so I'm not very used to the whole VR experience. Oh, I should talk about my side quest that I had. Okay, so I think I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but in a previously before the furry convention, like the year before, I had when I met a furry, like a real life furry for the first time. He offered me a hug. Like it was the first time he offered me a hug after I took a picture with him. But my dumbass couldn't tell, and so I walked away, leaving him hanging. And when my friends told me, I felt so guilty, so guilt-stricken. I decided that if I ever saw that fursuiter again, I would give that hug. I would repay my debt, And well, I noticed in the LIFC website that fursuiter was in the banner. And I was like, oh, maybe he'll be coming to LIFC 2023. Maybe then I can finally get that hug. And lo and behold, on day 2, there he was. I saw him. And I was like, oh my god, he's right there. Is that him? Holy shit, that's him. And I was like, and I was like, oh my god, that's him. So I need to hug him now. I need to and get a picture. And so, well, that's exactly what happened. Yep. Is it creepy? Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, I did say I would do it, and plus, honestly, he was like basically my first impression of the real life furry fandom, like the local furry fandom. And it was actually my first interaction was pretty good, so I do kind of owe him a bit. Like he kind of introduced me indirectly to the entire fandom. He made me aware. So I have a lot to owe him. Now you're probably wondering, convention loot. That is a very important part of any convention. And I did go to the dealer's den, but I didn't have a lot of money. But I did actually buy some things. Like over here, if I can find it. Right here. I bought this wonderful, very nice looking, very high quality fursuit bandana right here. As you can see, it's I don't know who made it, but it's really nice. It's pretty good. It wraps around pretty well, and it's also very durable. It's been through a lot. Um, yeah, and I actually bought it originally to wear for like normal wear, like outside of fursuiting. Because at the time I didn't have a fursuit. I wanted to wear it for normal wear, and then I realized this is way too big for a normal human neck. So I stopped. But I still wear it when fursuiting. Like normally, I wear this stuff because it just does a better job at hiding my neck than the bandana. But for if I'm wearing like a jacket or anything that can hide the back of my neck pretty well, then I will wear this bandana instead because the bandana is honestly much cooler than the scarf. Um, some other loot I got was some stickers. I got a sticker of Death, Death the Wolf. It was pretty, Puss in Boots. The Last Wish. It just came out at that time, so pretty hot topic. And I also got this wonderful fursuit con badge. Yes. It's not a fursuit badge. It's just a regular con badge. But yeah, it's really neat. Honestly, I really like it. It's a commission from Animagus Studios, and yeah, it's really really high quality, really good. I would have honestly done it myself, but I don't know how to laminate stuff. I don't know how to get like plastic, this like plastic foil thing around it. You can see that. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, so I had to get the commission. But I love the result though. Look at how cute he is. Like, look at how cute he is. He's not wearing a shirt either. That's hot. Oh, I also got this wonderful con badge that I'm wearing right now. As you can see, really stuff. It's the lower tier because I'm poor. I also got this very nice, very pleasant convention book, as you can see right here. Also, the theme is medieval, so yeah, it's probably why that's why there's a lot. There's like that's why it's like it looks like a fucking Skyrim or something. Actually, if you open it up, it's like one of those books where the back and the front actually make a bigger picture, so you can see. I don't know if the camera is showing it, but here you can see that. Really neat, pretty neat. The art is super cool. Speaking of art, inside the book is artwork made by the convention goers, and a certain someone got their art in. Recognize the guy? Yeah, I managed to get my artwork submitted in time. Like when I found out like some comic book submissions were open, I was like, holy shit, I can get my art in. So I just speed run the art piece. And like apparently, like okay, so like after the convention, I actually saw the organizer sitting down like with his committee, and I was like, hey bro, thanks for accepting my art. He was like, yeah, no problem, no problem. But then we talked a bit, and then he was like, we had to brighten up the artwork because it was so light dim. Because actually before that, they DM'd me on Telegram saying, hey, can you make your artwork a bit less dark? And I was like, okay, sure. But apparently it was still too dark. So they had to make it brighter in post, and I was like so embarrassed. I was like, oh, see, it's my bad. Yeah. Oh, and the last thing that I acquired from the convention, if I can put my glove back on. Oh, in the first it was hard. Is this wonderful coaster. Look at that. It's really cool. There's a little tear like here, like right here. There's a little tear, and that's because I actually before I got it framed up, I just had it hanging on my wall, held up by fucking sticky nuts, and so it was exposed to a lot. Let's just say that. Yeah. So it was pretty cool. Really cool loot. Then it's only been more and more given up now. Time goes on. Yeah. So I would say that honestly, I think the best part on the convention was the rave at the end. On day 2, I went to the rave, and it was so fun. That was my first ever rave, and I didn't know I could party that hard. I partied all night long. And it was the best way to end the night and the convention as a whole. And that's why ever since I've been going over and over again. I'm now a 3-time LIFC participant, circa 2025. And yeah, I loved it so much, honestly. I'm so grateful for my first experience. I'm so grateful for the people I've met and how accommodating they were. Yeah, honestly, that's about it. That's pretty much my entire convention. Um, Honestly, I think most of my best furry moments do honestly come like interacting with people on a more personal level. You know, it's not just at furry conventions. A lot of my furry interactions actually come out of those. So, like, outside of those and more normal conventions where it's just furries hanging out. So I'll probably talk about those eventually. But for now, I think that's all for today's video. Yeah. If you enjoyed this, hit the like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Tell me if you want to hear about 2024 and 2025. And even if you don't want to hear about it, I don't care. I'll still make videos on them anyways to complete the trilogy. But yeah, future plans for the channel. I'll probably, if you saw that community post I made, so like nobody, there will be 2 more videos coming soon. There is one on Liberty County from Roblox, and another one which is Duel of the Furries Part 3, the finale, the end of the trilogy, finally. But yeah, actually that's almost finished. So I think after this video, I'll probably upload the Duel of the Furries one, since this video is actually already finished. I'm just waiting to upload it at a more appropriate time. But yeah, that would be all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all when I do. Bye!